If you guys are new, bienvenidos. My name is Shayla and this is Fun with Shay. So today's video is not going to be about a fun topic, but it is a topic that I feel like we need to talk more about. As you can tell by the title of the video, I am going to be talking about the fact that a majority of Dominicans are black. Because maybe if you don't have Dominican friends, a lot of Dominicans are very racist, and it's very, as a Dominican myself, I think it's very important for us to put in check our own people. Not only do I want to repost things on social media or donate to certain organizations, I also feel like it's important for you to talk on a daily basis to your family, right? To your friends, because it all starts from there. You can post things on Instagram all you want, but if when you're with your friends, they say something slick, something that they shouldn't be saying, and you're shut, like you don't say anything, then it's like, are we really making any difference? No. So yeah, if you guys are interested in learning more about why a majority of Dominicans are black, please keep on watching. So I want to start off by saying I am not a history expert. This is just Shayla going on Google, doing research, and this is what she learned. Okay, thank you, because I know there's gonna be that one person that's like, oh, but you didn't mention this. Baby girl, I'm not gonna tell you all the history because it's 2020 and this dates back to back, and we don't got time to, you know, this video will be like 80 years long. But whatever, let's start the video. So before Dominican Republic and Haiti were Dominican Republic and Haiti, we were known as La Isla Española, and the original inhabitants of our islands were Tainos. So when Spain came to colonize our island, they tried to enslave Tainos into the gold mining industry, and that did not turn out to be profitable. So around 1503, African slaves began arriving on our island. But it wasn't until 1510 that the first sizable shipment, I hate to use the word shipment, but that's what they called it, the first sizable shipment of black Latinos arrived on our island, and it was around 250, right? And then the sugar cane was introduced to our island, and this was profitable. So in 1516, Spain created the first sugar mill in our island, and this was very profitable. More profits of sugar meant we need more workers, more plantations need to begin. So there was an increase in the amount of African slaves that were sent to our island. Fast forward, we have Africans in plantations, but they begin to escape the plantations and go into our island. So what does that mean, right? They started to mingle and wingle with people from the island, and that turned to the kids that started coming out during the 1500s were mixed. They had African descent, they had Spanish descent, they had all of that, right? So that was in the 1500s, okay? Now we're gonna move on to years continue passing, and Spain starts to lose interest in our island because they discovered some precious metals in South America. So our island starts to plummet, right? Poverty, they're not doing very well. So Spain gives off or gives away the western side of our island, which we now know as Haiti, to France. So France colonizes Haiti. So on the eastern side, there weren't any strict laws saying, well, African slaves need to be on this side. You know, it was easier to mingle and dingle. So there was African slaves, there were free Africans, there was mestizos, indigenous people that were living on our side of the island, and by on our side, I mean like the Santo Domingo side, and they were just able to mingle, right? And as the article that I will post on the link below, it says, like, this resulted in a population of predominantly mixed Spanish and African descent kids, right? Like, it's inevitable. How you need two people to create kids, and the people that are on your island are African slaves or free Africans. Those are the people you end up having kids with, right? Because those are the people you end up talking to, you end up meeting, because those are the people that are on the island, right? So then after 1700s, we start a new plantation, right? So tobacco is planted in El Cibao, and this again turned out to be profitable. More profit means, well, we need to continue doing this and we need more people to work. So again, African slaves continued to be shipped to our island, and the same thing happens again. There's an increased population of African people in our island, so those are the people that you end up having kids with. That's where we come in, right? Like they start mingling and dingling, and that's when our kids come. So another big thing is Trujillo, right? So Trujillo was a dictator in Dominican Republic, and he killed thousands of innocent Haitian people just because of their color. Literally because of their color. So a lot of Dominicans grew up with this mentality like, oh, well, if you're dark skinned, you're ugly. If you're dark skinned, you're less than. And a lot of older Dominicans still to this day have that mentality like, oh no, tú no me puedes traer un moreno aquí. And that is so disgusting, which it translates to like, oh, you're not gonna bring a black person into this house. And it's like, what? When like, we come from them, like we come from African descent, we are black, so what are you, like, you think you're better because you lighter skin? Like, I'm confused. It's insane. Trujillo essentially was trying to whitewash the country or the island, and he opened up the tourism of white countries because he wanted people to come to the country, because the less people that are living there that have African descent, again, they would end up mingling and, like, you know, end up creating whiter kids, which is super insane to even think about. But yeah, Trujillo also plays a big role into why Dominicans have this idea like, if you're darker skinned, you're ugly. If you're dark skinned, you're this. If you're dark skinned, like, it's so crazy and ridiculous. But that's the end of the video. I hope you guys understand more, if you're Dominican, why we're black and why you should be proud of where you come from. Like, love your melanin. I'll make another video talking about this. But even like with hair, curly hair, I feel like now it's starting to be more accepted. But my mom was not playing around with that curly hair. She would always be like, oh, you have to go to the salon, you can't be wetting your hair, like your hair is gonna fall off, or like arréglate ese pajón. It's like crazy ridiculous. And now she's the same person that's like, oh, I love your curls. But she loves it now because I decided to go on like my own self-care journey and like love my hair for what it is, and now it's better. But it's just ridiculous to even think about that. But if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. And stay tuned for my next video. I think I will be doing my curly hair routine because my hair is in a bun right now, because I wanted to make this video first before I did that one. And yeah,